Wonderfully breaking news, MDMA and psilocybin will become available to patients across Australia this July, but there are a few catches worth exploring. Hi, my name's Adam Miller and I've been working in the medical cannabis industry since 2015, and it's probably not a secret if you've been following me, but I have a passion for psychedelics and drug reform, and I'm very excited to announce some of the news that's just been released here in Australia. So the big news of the day, the TGA this morning announced that it will be allowing patients with PTSD or treatment-resistant depression to access MDMA or psilocybin so long as it has been prescribed by an authorized prescriber. Now, an authorized prescriber is a prescriber that has been approved by an ethics committee and thereby approved by the TGA to prescribe particular medicines to specific patient groups. So in this case, with psychedelic treatments, these will be prescribers that have relevant experience in this field, as well as ideally training with these particular medicines, whether it be overseas or via some of the training courses that are available in Australia. So for these specific substances, MDMA and psilocybin, as of July 1st, they will be rescheduled from the current scheduling, which is Schedule 9, which only allows for clinical trial use of these products. They will now become Schedule 8, which means they can be prescribed by an authorized prescriber for these particular patient cohorts, that is, treatment-resistant depression and PTSD. So we don't actually know the number of patients in Australia that are affected by treatment-resistant depression, but we can have a stab at it. The Beyond Blue group, which is an Australian foundation that supports mental health, released a figure that stated that roughly 1 in 6 Australians are affected by depression at some point in their lives. Now, roughly 10 to 30% of those patients would be eligible for a diagnosis of treatment-resistant depression, which means that they don't respond to traditional or conventional forms of treatment for depression. So the number may be higher or lower, but we can assume that based on the 1 in 6 figure that there are a large number of patients in Australia that are diagnosed with treatment-resistant depression. The Department of Veteran Affairs stated that approximately 17.7% of Defence Force officers come home with PTSD for up to 4 years after discharge. 2021 census data stated that over 580,000 Australians are ex-military veterans, which means that approximately over 102,000 of them would have PTSD. That's more than the entire seating at the Melbourne Cricket Ground. Whilst this is incredibly wonderful news, there are still some challenges ahead, mainly around access of supply and the cost of treatment, which by my calculations would equal around $5,000 per patient. I wrote about this on a previous post, which I'll leave in the comment section. So there you have it, the news of the day. The TGA has rescheduled psilocybin and MDMA for specific patients as of July 1st. This is an incredible victory for patients, for doctors, for industry, for everyone who is invested in seeing this industry begin. Thank you for your efforts and your energies. I'm really happy about this outcome and I look forward to seeing the progress that lies ahead. Thank you for listening. I hope you enjoyed and see you again soon.